that she thought about have now finally come true. And at the end, she says, I love you. This is my baby, and I know it. I feel it. And I will never forget this night. It's always going to be in my memory. And now I ain't too proud to say it. That's the why. Why I have there is because you're yelling it out. Like, yes, I got this. I have overcame this challenge. I am ready and set to take on the next one. So this is why I really love this song, that it just kind of went with everything of how I have defined pop that cherry in taking action steps. So is there anyone who wants to share a little bit about what I just explained, how you pop that cherry? Anyone want to come off and share with me? Come off mute rather than come share with me. Anyone want to raise their hand?
I'll share, Shauna.
Sure.
So my pop that cherry moment was going back to school. I had been out of school for like 15 years. I had graduated from college with my master's degree, and I settled in my career as a teacher. And I started working at a deaf school. And eventually I was encouraged to go to school to get my certification to become an American Sign Language interpreter.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it took a lot of encouragement and, just the faith alone, mustering up that strength and just, actually feeling like I could do it. It took some years, honestly. And I finally did it. I'm in the program now. I have 2 semesters left. So I'm anticipating that graduation and as well as getting a job in that field. So that popped that cherry. My name is Sharitha.
Yes, Sharitha.
Oh,
Thank you
sorry,
so
my
much.
name's not showing. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
for
much.
sharing
I
that.
appreciate it. So
Yes,
yeah, that's my pop the cherry moment.
yes, thank you. Absolutely. That is a pop in the cherry. And I love when you said that it took years, because similar to the song, she said she had the guy waiting an entire year before this night had finally happened. And that's exactly what happens, right? When we not sure about what we want to do, or we have the idea, but we don't think that we are capable of doing it. We kind of put it back. It becomes put on the back burner. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get to it. But then sometimes we don't ever get back to that. It's like we forgot about it. And not until you encounter something, you're watching something, you're listening to something, or you're speaking to someone, that the idea comes back. It's like, oh my gosh, I remember I thought about this so many years ago and I forgot about that. So I'm just so excited that you popped your own cherry and got back into school after all that time, and that you are going to become a sign language interpreter. I'm so excited. Did anyone else would like to share?
Thank you, Shauna.
You're welcome.
Shauna, I don't see anyone else in the chat, but I could share my Pop That Cherry experience. 12 years ago, I left New York and I moved to a city where I did not know anyone. I did not have any family. And I went with my 2 young children at the time. And it was just something that I had wanted to do for years. And I had tried a couple of times years before with minimal success. And I just decided that, I'm going to do something new. And it was scary. And there were times I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? And I had people telling me, you shouldn't do that. There's no way you're going to be able to do it by yourself. But I popped my own cherry 12
Yes,
years ago, and I'm still here, and it all
absolutely. And that's always the best part, right? Because after you do it, it's like, what was I holding back for? This has given me new perspective, new life, new everything that I now want to do and try more stuff. And that's the whole concept of it, that we keep doing these things over and over in small steps and increments. And that's why I like the the cherries too, because it's like if we look at it, that big challenge, right? If we break it up just a little bit, okay, the first step is I just need to go and find out some information. Second step is just as I gather the information, what do I want to do with it? Third step is the same thing. Every time that I keep finding information, I'm redefining it until you find one that kind of resonate with you. Uh, Naja, can you go to the next slide so that I can kind of explain this part a little more?
So,
Sure.
Alay, before you go on, it's being asked to please populate the chat. Maybe if Charmaine or Nigel has all the acronyms spelled out, if we can pop that in the chat so everyone can keep up with and be inspired by the acronyms that you gave for the Pop That Cherry.
Yes, the slide that she's going to put up actually has it up there, so they can take a screenshot of it.
Perfect.
Yes, and while I do that, thank you for that, Cheryl. While I do that, Shauna, Kathy has her hand raised as
Okay,
well. I'll
great.
go to-
Before I take Kathy, I do notice the time is 7:28, so I would like to ask the community for a little more time, probably another 10 minutes, so that we can complete with the shares.
Beautiful. I'll put the slides up. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So yes, here we have all the acronyms that I was explaining throughout the song. And so what I like for me, this is like kind of how I operate in terms of doing the things that they're first time that I'm experiencing them. It's kind of repeating, but what I like is that each time there's something different, right? So like the concept I was mentioning in the beginning is the first step. Then the second time you're doing the same thing again, you're still discovering, you're still finding out, you're either taking, like Sharitha was mentioning, her certification, because at the end, there's a result of her wanting to get the certification in sign language. Then after she may get that certification, now there's another step, but the process is still the same again, right? Now that she got it, she said the next step is to get a job. So what are you doing again? You're educating yourself again. You're imagining yourself in the role that she wants to be, and then getting as much information by either she can start going out and actually start doing the work, and then reviewing where she can take it to the next step. So that will be going to other events, maybe getting coaches, getting a mentor, someone to help her move on to the next steps, and finding other avenues that she may go into. And of course, at the end, the joyous is the yelling, right? Back to the orgasmic state again. It's like, yes, not only did I get the certification, I got the dream job that I wanted. I am now in the space of living my life limitlessly. And that's what I really like. And after those those steps are accomplished, you then move into, now what else can I do? It's like the other challenges you start breaking down, like I said, little by little as they keep coming to you, because you get that confidence boost in yourself as you accomplish them. So this is what I really liked with the concept, like I was mentioning about the little cherries at a time, because you break them down. Was there, you said Kathy had her hand raised. So Kathy, did you come off mute and share with me?
Hey, sorry. I just like Nija. Good morning. Good morning. You look
Kathy.
beautiful, and your energy is great.
Thank you.
Just like Nija, I had moved from New York to after a long time ago now, after 9/11. I just being an empath, I had to too much. It was just too much, and I wanted to go to Iyanla school. So my company had closed down, and without knowing anybody, without having job references, without having anybody, family, anything, I moved to Maryland.
Mm.
And I'm still here.
You popped that cherry.
That cherry, yep. I just showed up on Iyanla's doorstep and just kept going back every day. I was just like, I'm here. I don't have a job, so I'll just be your admin.
Wow. Okay. But what was the value that you got from that?
Oh my gosh, I got so much value.
Give
I
me
mean,
top three.
Confidence,
Mhm.
connection, and trust.
Beautiful.
I had to
Thank you.
trust. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for that. That's exactly what happens. I can definitely give an example of my own pop the cherry is dancing. Like I said, I'm a dancer. So dancing have been a part. I'm from the Caribbean. I'm from Belize. So dancing is life, right? For us, every single time it's music, it's soca, it's reggae, it's everything. So for me, it was just something ingrained in me. So when I started doing learning all these different techniques of dancing and performing, doing belly dance, doing Brazilian samba, doing West African, and then I found the one that I really love, which is Congolese, because it resembles to the movements that I dance from back home. So as I invested my time into 6 years of Congolese dancing, we had the opportunity to go to Africa. And unfortunately, some of the comments were that we were not ready. We were not ready to showcase that to Africa. And the fears kicked up in us as the dancers, that we are being told this. And we were like, we're telling our instructor, it wasn't our instructor, the person who believed in us, but other people. And we started taking those negative thoughts. And I finally had to say no. Like, our instructor kept talking to us like, no, we guys are ready. It's going to do you good for you to go. And when I tell you guys, when we went, it was the most beautiful experience. It's actually what I needed. So, despite what everyone was saying, it was what we needed because it helped us to understand the movement more. And we had our own show while we were there. And it was beautiful. The community enjoyed us. They want us to return back. We were the first American group that dances Congolese music that went back and did our own show. So it was a big deal for us to, as Americans, to go there and represent that culture. And the people who lived there, said that we did an amazing job. So talking about popping cherries, despite the fears, is exactly what we did, taking those action steps and just speaking the energy into each other, that and the high vibration that we can do this. And then another one for me too was actually winning a pageant. I was not I was not a pageant person at all, but I wanted the value of returning back home. And home, like I said, I'm from Belize. So the opportunity came where they came and they asked me if I wanted to participate in the pageant here in New York. And I was not aware that they had it here, but I was so excited because the pageant is something that is so huge back home in my country. It's all televised, all over the TV. You're part of all the governmental events when it's the carnivals and all the national stuff that takes place. So it was like a pride very patriotic. And so that is what finally made me say yes. But before I can actually say yes, the fear kicked in because I remembered as a little girl, I went to the show in person when I was home. And I remember that none of the winners looked like me. They were all fair skinned young ladies. None of them were dark skinned. And I remember the last show that I saw before I migrated to New York, it was actually where I thought a young lady my color was going to win, and she did not win. And that is what overtook me as they kept asking me to do it. And I was like, no, because people my color skin don't ever win. They always put us in the back burner. And talking with family and friends, and they kept pushing, telling me I can do it, giving me the courage and confidence in myself. And finally I said, all right, fine, let's take the action steps. And I started practicing, going to the rehearsals, and just thinking of the end results. Like I said, they said they're going to give me this free trip to go back home. And I was like, yes. And I'm glad that they pushed me and I took those small action steps, because you know what? I am now the 2008 New York Belize Queen of the Bay. And I was able to go home and represent New York chapter in the huge parade that I always dreamed of when I was a little girl. So it was a huge accomplishment for me that I thoroughly enjoyed. Once again, popping my own cherry and just wanted to share that joy, like I said, after that with everyone, entering another pageant. And once again, all these things are giving me the leg up to say, I can do more. And that's what I really love. So, anyone else would like to share? And then we can close out.
So you have
Yes.
a lot of richness in the chat, and then you also have Stacy with her hand raised.
Stacy, come on in, Stacy.
Yeah. So I'll share from the chat first. Abimbola said she's at age 74 purchased her own home.
All right.
Yeah, and then you have Sharice, well, I don't know if Charmaine shared from Facebook, Sharice McGill Booker. She was the first woman in her family in 40 years to achieve a college degree and graduated with a GPA of 3.9.
Awesome.
And let's see, who else did I see? Louise says one of her Pop That Cherry moments was moving to Montserrat to be with her husband and working there as a registered nurse with her children.
Beautiful.
And I think I saw one more, but we can go to Stacy now, and then if I find any more, I'll bring them.
Okay. Come on in, Stacy.
Hello, Queen. Look at you all, chocolatey, dripping, beautiful pageants, Queen. Yes, so grand rising, everyone. So different ones came up for me because I was like, this looks like a lot of different steps to pop the cherry. I don't know if I took all these steps, but I'm sure it's probably mixed in there because I was like, this didn't take very long, and everyone was sharing about moving. So I was like, oh, mine is about moving. Let me just shut up and don't raise my hand. Find something else. But mine was so I'm going to use that one that it was moving. But it happened like lightning. It happened like within a week. Literally, maybe 2 weeks tops. So my ex-husband at the time, I was married at the time, and my son, and I was sitting in the living room, and God Spirit said to me, move to LA for at least 6 months. And I was like, huh? And I was like, oh, okay, wow. Okay, got it. So I told my husband, hey, God told me to move to LA for at least 6 months. And he was just like, okay, right? So then I asked my mother, could she help my husband out with my son? I was like, can you help him with Joshua? God told me to move to LA for 6 months at least. And she was just like, what? Oh, okay, fine. So it's so funny. I'm thinking of it, like they know who I am because people would be like, what do you mean? Girl, bye. So just knowing who your child is, your wife is. And they were like, okay. So I was like, okay, great. So I'm going to move there for 6 months at least. And then I started thinking, oh my God, where am I going to stay? Because my in-laws actually live in LA, well, ex-in-laws. And I was like, oh, I'm going to move to LA. Next thing you know, my husband said, we're all moving. He owned a tattoo shop and he was a nurse. And I was like, so we're all moving. And just like that, probably like within 2 weeks, 14, that I'm trying to think of all the preparation. I have no idea what. Right now, I'm just like putting stuff out, giving people things away, giving stuff away, preparing and what prepped me. I even prepared for my son. My son's on the spectrum of autism, and that quick, maybe like 3 days, I found programs for him that weren't even open yet. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to go down there. I'm going to make sure that he has school before he get there. He stayed with my mother before I got there. I bought a car. We drove there. It was just like so quick. And so that was definitely a pop that cherry moment, even though I'm looking at the steps, I'm sure they're all in there. But even from now, I'm thinking like, that was that. We went to church and told the church, okay, we're moving. And people was like, oh, well, let's pray for them. And I just remember people being upset. Some friends like, who does that? Who just moves? Like, who's going to do that? And like my wow moment from all of that, I learned so much. That's where I first did yoga. Okay. Is in California. And I said, I would just love to just quit whatever I'm doing, like, and just be a yoga teacher. And I remember people laughing at me like, oh, that's white people stuff, or just like all these stupid things people would say to me. And here I am. That's all I do, what I love, certified yoga instructor, prana kill it. That's what I do
Yes.
for my purpose on this planet. So that was one.
Yes, thank
Thank
you for
you.
making that transition and living in the purpose. Thank you for that. That is
There you
beautiful.
So we have a few more shares.
Sure. Anyone from Facebook?
Charmaine, anything else?
Yes, we do. We have from Facebook, Jessica Black from Cold, Texas says, my pop that cherry moment was studying abroad in Greece, coming from a small town in Northeast Texas. At the time, doing this was unheard of.
Okay. Aisha in
And
chat said, my Pop That Cherry experience was last month, taking on my first client as a voice coach. I didn't think that I could do it, but after our first session, my client committed to 3 classes this month.
All right, Aisha, great. You see the small little
And
steps. That's great.
yeah, so there's a lot of everyone recognizing and realizing their cherry moments. And I wanted to share mine as well. Because what I love about what you said was how it makes you open up to more things that you can do, and you get inspired as to what else you can break through and pop that cherry on. So for me, the first time that I had my own workshop that I created that was completely originated by me and taught alone by me and done virtually. So that's actually 3 cherries that I this month with the workshop that I have, Affirming Your Bliss. So what it's opened me up to is one, community, and also connection, and also inspired me to create the next, so creation and creativity, and inspired me already with what the next workshop is. So I love this acronym, the Pop That Cherry, and it's a really cool way to look at breaking through fears. Thank you.
You are very welcome. Yes, thank you all so much for this beautiful share. And I'm glad you guys all received it. And I am just thankful and wanted to just say that this is exactly why my purpose is change and focus. And though we have the sexual playfulness that comes with that terminology that everybody uses, it really, once again, it's something that we always want to achieve, right? We always go back to the things that bring us joy. And this is why we need to have the thoughts, the remembrance about it, and live in the moment. I remember, is it Purple, I believe? She said, you always have to have your playlist, right, of good music and good things to bring that brings you joy. You got to keep those things around you. So for me, the mindset of how I was able to accomplish one thing gives me and propels me to do the other and the next. And when I am still in doubt, just remember that I just need to educate myself. The fear sometimes is just because if you're in the unknown area, the gray area, and that's where we are afraid to make steps. But we got to get up and we got to try it, right? Because we want to know how we can accomplish what we need to do. And so, with that, that's what I wanted to share with everyone, that you take the action steps little by little. If you look at them like little cherries that you can just pop in your mouth one at a time, then it will not be something that is grand like a big bear that you can't fight. You can fight it, you can overcome it, and take the little steps and enjoy the sweetness, right, of that cherry popping. So I hope you guys had a beautiful, beautiful time, and continue to take this conversation in the community, the Facebook Live with your friends and family, so that you guys can expand and that we can become harmonious. So Nija, I am ready for the slide. My information is in the chat. I see that Nija is putting it in there.
Yes, and I'll pull up the slide with your contact info.
Yes.
Share.
So you can reach me on Facebook, everyone, at Shanaleigh Mejia, or my email at Shanaleigh424@gmail.com. And up next, the beautiful Miss Stacy that was just speaking to us, as she's going to be presenting tomorrow, Transformation Tuesdays with Yogisha, facilitated by Miss Stacy McLean. And on Wednesday, February 17th, we're going to have the Underground Railroad sing along, facilitated by Sister Zaraya. Is it Zaria? Sorry if I messed up your name. And our Wake Up Everybody schedule, you can catch us on Sunday, Tuesdays, and Thursday, 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. And on Mondays and Wednesdays, 7 a.m. to 7:30. You can always catch us streaming live on Facebook as well. And we want to thank you, and we want you to stay in touch. You can register at the bit.ly.wake up movement, or bit.ly the Woo community on Instagram, at Wake Up Everybody Virtual, YouTube, bit.ly the Woo on YouTube. And you can always email info.wakeupseries@gmail.com.
So before we do the next
So-
step, I just we had lots of new people that came in on behalf of wonderful Shanaleigh and hearing about Pop the Cherry. I want to just encourage everyone to not let this be their first time and their last time that they're part of this wonderful, empowering, and inspiring community. Come back and check out some of our other speakers. And this week, as you can see, will be an exciting week with more sisters giving inspirational topics. So just be a part of this community, register, and keep returning. Once you register, we'll send you a nice little text invite to remind you in the morning. So definitely don't let this, as Shawnee say, be a hit it and quit it. So come back. Thank you.
Yes, everybody, make sure you come back.
Yes, and thank you, community, for being here. Thank you for being with us as well, Shauna, and leading us in this conversation about popping the cherry, trying something new, and taking a chance, pushing past the fear. So, community, now it is time to unmute yourselves, to share love
Elijah, we did
verbally.
the love offering.
Pop, 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 pop that cherry. Beautiful, Shannon. Thank you so much.
Excellent,
Absolutely
excellent.
amazing.
I'm going to use
Thank
that
you.
acronym now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy to hear that.
Thanks,
Yay.
that was
Congrats,
thank you,
Shauna.
Queen Cherry.
Thank
We
you, Shauna.
appreciate you.
That was
Thank you.
very
Much
awesome.
love
Thank you
to
for
you.
coming in.
Abundance
See
and
these key moments
manifestation
in
to
your
you.
life.
Let's
It's
pop some more cherries and
Thank you
let's
so
move
much.
forward.
Sharing the
Yes,
Queen
girl.
info.
Cherry
So we will
already
use
saying,
moment.
these
hey, I
tools
know
and
we stepped
techniques.
out already.
Thank you.
But
Something
check
else to
out
put
for
in
the
our
rest.
toolkit.
Energy.
Thank you,
So
thank you, thank you,
thank you
Shauna.
so much.
See that
Good
love,
everyone.
love
I'm
the
Pop that
thankful for
caring.
all the
cherry
cherry
Monday.
moments I had. Thank
Pop
you.
that
Thank
cherry.
you.
Congratulations.
Peace,
I
love,
love the
and
red. You look beautiful in red.
Have
namaste.
a
Let's move
wonderful
forward,
day,
everybody.
everyone.
Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody.
We're
Thank
going to work out
you.
some more
Thank you,
pop that
admin
cherry
team.
moments. For the
Thank you,
week long.
Shanaleigh.
Shana, 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 yeah.
Good.
Shana, 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 yeah.
All right
Queen,
now.
Shana, Shana,
Beautiful.
Shana, yeah.
Oh
Thank you,
my.
girlfriend. You did.
Yeah.
Go,
Then
You did
go.
we
great.
can watch
Thank
you
Thanks,
dance
you.
next
everybody.
time,
That's
Shanaleigh.
right.
We can
Yeah.
watch you dance.
Dance for us.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Excellent
Thank you.
job.
Everybody have a great pop that cherry day.
Have a
Pop that cherry day, y'all.
Pop that cherry.
Thank you, Shauna, for letting us be the one to pop your cherry on, or pop your cherry
yes.
for Wake Up Everybody.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Much love and
Thank
Love.
you. Thank
abundance
you.
to you.
Everybody.
Thank
Happy
Thank you,
you.
Thank
Shauna. Thank you
you.
so, so
Thank
Pop
much.
you.
that cherry.
And you look like a beautiful
That's the
cherry.
most high vibration.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you. Thank you.
And thank you, Sharifa, too, for your voice. It's so beautiful. Our ASL person coming up. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you
Yes.
so much. Y'all giving
You
me
are
life.
popping that red, girl. Popping that red.
Love it.
Peace and
Have a
love.
great day, everyone.
Have a great day.